Hi guys, I'm Mark.
I'm Penny.
And we are the Oyster Boys. So today we are going to be reviewing this Augustiner Braumunchen Edelstoff.
Correct, Edelstoff.
Edelstoff, yeah, third time lucky for this one, guys. So yeah, we're going to be reviewing this. We picked this up from Chester Beer and Wine.
Nice up to them.
Yep, local guys, really good. Less than 24-hour delivery.
Yeah, I think I ordered it 3 p.m, 4 p.m, and it come by like 2 p.m. the next day, so
yeah,
right to doorstep. I mean, I must say, we do live local in Chester, so we only live 5 miles from the shop, but still, great service.
Yeah, so but if you're ever in the area, pop in, great selection of beers, and really good people that run it, so check them out. But so yeah, this is a beer that you chose, so why don't you tell us all about it?
Yeah, I mean, so we're going for the sort of Bavarian style, so I chose this Augustiner. It's actually known as the construction workers' half in Germany, yeah. I don't know whether they have it for breakfast or anything like that. Bavarian, typical Bavarian breakfast is your sausage and what's called sweet onion with a wheat beer, white beer.
Lovely.
So yeah, that's bad. No, but very traditional bottle. JW. It's not Jack Wills. It's actually Joseph Wagner. He took over from his mum. Don't know whether the bottle cap has anything to do with it.
Yeah, maybe that might be little old lady on the top there.
I don't know, but it is it's a Munich-based beer, 1328. It was actually a monastery beer. Actually used to produce beer for the royal family until they started producing their own beer, Hofbrau. So obviously a recognisable name. If any of you have been to Munich, the actual beer house is in the centre.
Oh, nice.
Edelstoff is the noble ingredient, so it is a Helles lager. A lot more, should I say, export. So I think it's quite big in the US. I mean, we don't get it much here in the UK. That's why we go to our local bottle shop, because they've got our extraordinary beers, should I say. So I think, yeah, I'm excited to try this one.
Okay, let's give it a go. So, what is it with monks and making beer? Because you see a lot of that, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, this dates back, probably to the 5th, 6th century or anything like that. I know this particular brewery is actually on the harbour field, which translates as oat field. So they probably had a lot of drinks there. Pilgrims travelling to it, and the monks probably decided to make their own beer. And obviously they sort of had the hand of God, I guess. And also, I mean, beer itself was a lot more safer to drink than actual water in the actual days. I mean, in Belgium, I think it's their patron saint of beer is Saint Arnold, because he told all the people, I think it was Bruges, to drink more of beer than water. So it works for me.
The church telling people, go out and get drunk.
Hey, but hey, there we go. So it's not done by monasteries anymore. I believe on the site of the original monastery, it's now flats. It's outside the Munich walls, but it is a beer that is drank on Oktoberfest as well. And Joseph Wagner, there is a breast of him that looks over the Oktoberfest site as a sort of, I don't know, appreciation of the work he did for the beer. So
nice. Okay, should we give it a try then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's very clear. Well, Helles translates literally as pale. So.
Oh wow, it's a lot lighter than I thought it'd be. How strong is it? 5.5%, is it? 5.6?
It is 5.6%. Like I say, export, so it's a lot more stronger.
I mean, look at that.
Great carbonation, great head as well.
That looks fantastic.
Look at the retention.
Yeah. And I can smell it from here. I can smell the hops here.
It's very sort of grassy notes, peppery.
It's spicy. It's like smells spicy, but that's
well, the hops they probably use would be the Hallertau hops, would you say? Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, the Helles tend to be a bit more malty than its sort of, I guess, Czech partner, the Pilsner, with them using more, say, the Saaz sort of hops. So
let's just see if I can just cram the rest of that in there. But yeah, I mean.
So I mean, colour, and I mean,
it's like a light straw coloured beer.
Definitely.
It's exactly what you'd expect.
Yeah.
You know, you wouldn't really see a Helles that would be much darker than this. If it is, it probably wouldn't go in the Helles category, would it?
Yeah. So exactly. So I mean, for me, clear, lovely colour. I mean, that's first quench colour. I'd give that 8.5.
Summer's day, you stumble into the pub. It's roasting hot. Everyone's in England with no top on because it's over 15 degrees. Walking down the street, you know. This is what you want. This is what you want. A nice, cold, crisp pint like that. I mean, looking at that, I reckon 8.5, 8.5.
8.5, maybe for me too,
yeah,
as well. And what for yourself for the aroma? I mean, it definitely, you're getting that Helles and it's like you're saying, the grassy, but it's not.
It's almost got like a slight sulphury, very
you
very
get that
slight
with lagers
sulphur,
a lot though, don't you?
Yeah, and a lot of the time that's due to the yeast. I mean, if any of you that are watching this and ever made your own beer, a real traditional lager yeast, when you ferment with it, it can just smell like rotten eggs. A really, really strong smell of rotten eggs. Now this isn't that. You know, please don't get wrong. This is not that. But that it is a common thing. It can happen. But there's a very slight note in it though. I can get a real slight sulphury smell in there. But other than that, yeah, it's, you know, there's no sweet smell from the malt. It's just the sort of the hallertau hops and slight sulphur for me. That's all I'm getting.
Yeah. So I mean, what you say, like I say, sort of grassy. It's everything that I'd expect from a sort of Helles mark. So, I mean, for me, it's not. I'd probably give it a 7.
It's not going to change the world, is it? No. I reckon, probably a 7.2.
Brilliant.
So let's have a little try and see what we think of the flavour.
I'll wait for this. Oh, that is good, isn't it?
That is good, yeah.
Sweetness straight away.
Yeah, and it doesn't taste. You know, with some lagers, they're very dry and thin.
Yes, it's definitely not dry.
No, the mouthfeel, it's not syrupy. It's not like, you know, an 8% stout or a Dunkel or anything like that. But you know, it's definitely got some mouthfeel in there.
Yeah.
But the flavour, it's very malty flavour. Which
that's what you get from the Helles, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's like you say, it hits you with the sweet, and then you just get the slight bitterness. But yeah, I mean, the mouthfeel's great as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I've got to have some more. Yeah.
It's very crisp as well, isn't it? Even with that sweetness, it's very crisp. Like I say, a summer's day. And this is perfect for the pub garden, isn't it? When we get the summer's day.
Which, our one summer's day. I mean, okay, so we've got to give it a number, haven't we? So I'm going to go in with a 7.6 on my flavour.
See, I would give it a 7. I'm not a personally massive fan of the sweet beers, although that's the sort of type it is. But yeah, it's still a very good beer. It's still a very good beer. So, and we probably should talk about price as well. So like I said, from Chester Beer and Wine, so for this bottle, £3.40. So I don't know how you feel. I mean, it is half a litre, so it's not your 330 measurement sort of beer. So I mean, and it's an export, but it's not something you can get in our supermarket. So it has to be bought from a specialist beer place.
Yeah.
So it's certainly not the cheapest, but it wouldn't put me off buying it. And the strength as well. Obviously, it's a sort of a stronger.
It's over 5%. So what we call a premium beer at that point, isn't it? So you got to pay a premium price for a premium product.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what's it? £3.40.
£3.40. For me, I would buy it again. I wouldn't rush to the shops. You know, if we're talking about price points, so I'd probably give it about 6.5 for me.
I think that's fair. I mean, I'd go maybe a 6.6.
Yeah, 6.6?
6.6. 6.6.
So you think it's slightly better value than what I give it?
Yeah, only because, I mean, I once subscribed to an online beer delivery service where the value was awful. Rubbish, absolutely rubbish snacks. Cancelled that one very quickly. So it makes me appreciate where I can go and buy a really good bottle of beer in a bottle shop for £3 because it's not a disgusting beer that's turning up and I'm paying £30.
Yes.
So yeah,
I agree.
So yeah, 6.6 from me. And what do you think about the sessionability? For me, it's that little bit of sweetness.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me think that I couldn't have an all-night session on them.
No, I mean, don't forget these sort of beers are supposed to be drunk by the Steins, really. I know this isn't the Oktoberfest beer, so to speak, but you know it is one of the 6, so it is supposed to be sessionable. So on that part that it is supposed to be a sessional beer, I would probably only give it a 6.
See, I'd probably go a bit lower. I'd probably go for a 4. A 4 on the sessionability. Yeah, I mean,
the carbonation's not too high. It's nice. It's sweet with a bit of bitterness, bit of crispness.
Yeah, I'm going to stick to my guns. Stick with 4.
Okay, there we go. So that is the Oyster Boys scores in. So for the total Oyster Boys,
yeah. So scores right here for the Oyster score. This is going to go on our chart with all of the other beers that we review and try, and you'll be able to see that if you just click at the link down below, and you should be able to see what we think is the winning beer. So thanks very much, guys, for watching. Like and subscribe for more. Smash that like button. And we'll catch you next time. Oysters out.